Lando Norris conceded the third place to Max Verstappen after getting a 5-second penalty for this exact move. He overtook Max from the outside. And throughout the duration of the race, like during their battle, I was wondering, could Norris have done things differently to make that move stick? Yes, he could have. So first we have to understand that Max Verstappen likes to operate in the gray area. He places his car in the middle of the track, goes a little bit towards the left, giving the illusion to the car behind that he's going to cover the inside, but he's still almost in the middle, enticing you to go around the outside. And when you get to the corner, he brakes late and deliberately takes a wide entry into the corner, which does two things. First, it drives their opponent out of the track, and second, it gives him a better exit. So this is basically Max Verstappen's game plan of defense if he is defending in a slower car. After multiple laps of this, Lando Norris got frustrated, got a little bit desperate, and he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm sending it out the outside, I'm gonna overtake him off the track. And to his good luck, Max Verstappen also ran a little bit wide, but compared to how wide Lando has gone out and the advantage he had, which is gaining a place, it kind of bit him in the ass and he got the 5-second penalty. And it's a really good plan. It always works. If you want to become Formula One World Champion, you have to play these type of mind games as well. You have to be willing to be operating in the gray area. You have to be willing to operate in the gray area. So this is the counter move. As you can see, the orange square is Lando, and he's behind Max. So what you need to do is you need to fake a little bit to the left, kind of like, feed him the dummy. And when he covers the inside line entirely, then you stay side by side him. You don't give him a lot of room. You stay close to him, kind of like put him in the squeeze, and at the apex, brake as late as him, because if he runs wide, then you run wide too, and then you can kind of push the blame on him. Like, he ran wide and I had the clear outside line, and leave him a car sweat. Don't run him off. Don't be a dick. Don't do what Max does to others. Just squeeze him and make the entry so small that he has to brake a little bit earlier, or even if he decides to be brave on the brakes, both of you are going to be outside of the track and concede the place at this point. And then you can just tell the FIA that this guy is deliberately pushing you off the track. You gotta make it look like Max is the aggressor here. And after a couple of laps of this, they are going to dish him out a penalty. The FIA is a little bit lenient, but you have to play this type of game. Obviously, you have to concede the place right after. You cannot, make an overtaking move right after this. But you have to make it look like Max Verstappen is the aggressor, because that's what he just did. And maybe Lando wouldn't have passed him on track. And also, one more thing, Lando had fresher tires. So if both of you guys consistently go off the track, his tires are going to be hurt more. So there's also kind of like a game over here. I know that there are not a lot of laps left, but I think Lando should have adopted this type of strategy to, fake a dummy, go to the left, go to the right, something like that, and put the squeeze on him and, made it look like he ran him out. You have to understand that this is what it takes to win Formula One World Championships now. Cars are becoming closer and closer, and as the season progresses, thanks to Checo Perez, McLaren were able to, beat Red Bull in the constructors, and now you're about to, or could have, got a few extra points off of Max Verstappen in this race, which you failed to do because you're not allowing yourself to play this type of tactical head games. You have to understand your opponent. Sun Tzu says in The Art of War, this man has a lot of support. And the first big support is Helmut Marko. If anyone says anything to Max Verstappen, they are sent to the guillotine machine. Like, they don't see the sunrise the next day. That's how much support he has from Helmut Marko. And obviously, we know the childhood trauma that Jos Verstappen has given Max, and because of which he is such a good driver. Every time Max Verstappen is like, oh, someone is about to overtake me, he immediately gets the PTSD memories of being left at the petrol station by his father. So he has a lot of strengths. And obviously, as I was mentioning earlier, the FIA is a little bit lenient towards Max Verstappen because, in my opinion, he gets a lot of eyeballs to Formula One. That's good revenue. And a lot of people hate Max Verstappen, but that's still attention. And I don't think people hate him that much anyway. But it is what it is. So you have to understand your opponent, and Lando Norris needs to stop being a soy. And I will create another video about what Lando needs to do, the psychological changes that Lando Norris needs to do. I think his confidence on himself is bottled after the time he got robbed in UK. You know, typical UK things. He went somewhere and someone snatched his watch. So probably he needs to get over that. He's deliberately avoiding conflict. You know, Max is a friend and all that type of stuff. I will create another video about what Lando needs to do in order to save his, championship winning caliber, I guess, or live up to his true potential. But you need to do everything you can to beat Max Verstappen, and it especially involves playing in the gray area. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.